Now we're going to fit our flap onto the back of our bag. Now the back part of our bag is the one that's got the third aperture in the middle. So make sure that you're stitching this to the back and not the front. Your handle will already be on, and what you need to do is make your handle, just push your handle down towards the bottom of the bag. You're going to make a line, mark a line across the top that is 2 inches from the top edge of your bag. I like to mark the centre of it as well, which is central on that aperture. So I've just made a little mark there. I've also stuck a pin into the central point along this top edge of my flap. And I'm going to lay my flap along that top edge centrally. So I'm matching up the central mark, and I'm laying the long edge of the flap along that 2-inch mark. I'm marking it central, so I'm matching up that pin, which was my central mark, with my central mark there. Now the flap is wrong side down, so you can see the outside fabric of the main fabric, a main panel, and the outside fabric of your flap. Don't be tempted to do it the other way round. Now you can clip if you want to, and I tend to stick a bigger clip. You can't really clip too much on either side. That just kind of helps to hold it in place. You need to make sure that you've got exactly the same amount of fabric showing on either side here, and that will give you a good indication that it's nice and central, as well as your marks. And then you're going to top stitch along that bottom edge using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now I've kept my clips on just to kind of hold everything in place, and I'm going to take those off as I stitch. Now this is quite thick because you've got layers of foam plus your lining plus your exterior. This is the thickest part of the bag, so you will need a bigger needle. So if you're somebody that's used to working with a size 14 needle in your machine, consider putting a size 16 in, because it really will make a difference. Taking the clips out as we go. And my pin, let's just pop the pin over there. Then, having done my first line of stitching, I like to do a second line of stitching 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. It just gives a nice neat finish. The first line of stitching will close that turning gap. This line of stitching is purely for security, but I like the look of it as well. There we go, your flap is now secure. Let's trim away any threads. And the flap sits quite nicely with the handles popping over the top there like that. And that's exactly how it should look. Super job. So I'm going to come back with the next stage in a minute.